think too many times we don't place enough emphasis on our mindsets. I think in order for you to truly achieve what you want to achieve in this agency that we have here, your mindset has to be focused on nothing but positivity. I think so many people focus on the negative that's going on in the world and the negative around you that you don't appreciate the opportunity that you have in front of you. You know, our mantra is opportunity unlimited. This opportunity, man, the only limit you really have is the one that you place on yourself or you allow other people to place on you. Too many times we focus on what we don't have and not appreciate what we do have. In reference to that, man, and your mindset, you have to really put yourself in a position, ladies and gents, as to where if you're going to focus on positivity, you have to focus on truly trying to help the people around you. You can't help people around you and focus on what it's really going to do for you at the end of the day. That's something about me. I talk to everybody and anybody. Anything you really want, any secret you want, I say there's no secret to it, but if you want me to come up with something, I'll come up with something on the spot. If you ask me the same thing 10 times, you'll probably hear the same thing about 5. So that really helps everybody in that sense. I guess I pretty much tell you all the same things your MJs, RJs, SJ tells you, but I guess coming from a different voice, it helps. So I'm always there to help. But I wanted to touch base with you guys on some things that's going to help you all get you to the next level so you can really achieve whatever you want out of this opportunity that we have here. First, I want to talk about is your attitude. You know, your attitude is like a price tag. It pretty much shows how valuable you are. And I think so many times we focus on the fact that I don't have this, I don't have that. You know, your manager's telling you to door knock. You don't want to door knock. It's 93 degrees outside, you know. In the same sense, when it's cold, it's 20 degrees outside. I'm not door knocking. You got to do whatever is necessary to get yourself to where you want to be. Too many of us are not coachable. We're only coachable when we are convenient. You know what I mean? We're coachable when it's opportune to be coachable. When you're in a position to get what you want, then you'll be coachable. You have to be coachable at all times. I think what allowed me to get to where I'm at is the fact that I'm coachable, whether I like it or not. Whether Sal says I'm the greatest thing since shoestrings, he tells me I suck, it is what it is. I take it and stride and I embrace it because that's my leader. And whatever he tells me to do, I'm going to do. I don't question it. Another thing that you all have to understand, ladies and gents, is not just your attitude, it's also the level of confidence you have within yourself. Too many times, you know, I'll talk to, you know, agents, and it's so funny to me that, not just agents, even managers, it's so funny to me that people could tell me, you know, everything that happened on Game of Thrones or on Power, but they can't tell me about, you know, something as small as universal life. If you are going into a house and you allow someone to truly tell you that they know more about life insurance than you, you know, I gotta be correct. I'm sorry, I was gonna say something else. You know, I think that you are on some drugs. I don't know, you know, what drug it is, but I don't know what you're doing. You have to understand, ladies and gents, you took the time to take a class, you took the time to study, you took the time to pass the exam, go through training, and you're gonna allow someone to tell you that they know more about whole term than you do. You know what I mean? When something about whole term, you guys are like, yeah, whole term, yeah. I'm like, yeah. Of course you have full term, all right. Ladies and gents, you're in a position that's where you have to educate individuals. If we're going to educate people, you know, it's not just what you know, it's what can you provide them. You have to give them the knowledge. If they're wrong, you know, you have to tell them they're wrong in the most polite way possible. You don't get kicked out of a house, of course, but you have to show them that you actually know what you're talking about. I think so many times, don't get me wrong, you don't have to be disrespectful, but you have to be confident in yourself to know that ultimately you know what you're doing, you know what you're talking about, and more importantly, you're going to be successful. So many of us are so worried about, you know, not being successful that you are robbing yourself from the success that you could truly get if you just focus on yourself. You know what I mean? Focus on being the best version of you. You have an obligation to yourself to maximize your potential as opposed to anything else. We focus on everything around us. No, focus on you. Focus on maximizing your potential. You know, I challenge myself every day. I hate waking up early. I'm a morning person now. Why? Because my daughter won't get out of my bed, but in the same sense, you know, I challenge myself, if she's gonna wake me up at 5:30 with a foot by my foot, I might as well just go to the gym. So, you know, when I wake up, because she kicks me in the head every day, I take myself to the gym. Why? Just to clear my mind. Because I don't feel, honestly, I could lead individuals if my mind's not clear. You can't take the stress of home and bring it into work. It's not gonna work for you. You're limiting yourself when you do that. And the last thing, ladies and gents, that I really want to tell you about is your effort. And I'm not talking about, the amount of effort you put in compared to your cousin who sleeps on the couch all day. I'm talking about the effort that's going to get you where you need to be in life. One thing I knew about this wonderful opportunity is that effort will get you everything you want out of it. It wasn't about, being the top producer to me. I didn't care about being the top this, the top that. All I cared about was outworking the competition. And then I got to a level where I just said, you know what? The only competition I have is myself. And ladies and gents, if you're gonna be a part of this agency, and you're gonna be a part of the #1 agency in the world, it's not about competing with anyone else. We already beat everybody. It's about dominating now. It's about putting yourself in a position to dominate everything that you do. Dominate the day, dominate the week, the year. It really doesn't matter. This contest that's coming up for Battle of the Titans, I'm expecting the biggest week that we've had all year. Why? Because our leaders are gonna go out there and lead from the front. And if you're not gonna go out there and put yourself in a position, this is specifically for our management team, our leaders, if you're not gonna put yourself in a position as to where you're gonna lead and inspire individuals, the only place you're leading them to is the unemployment line. So you have to go above and beyond this week. We're looking to you for leadership this week. Shoot, I'm going out myself. I'm hopping out with someone, of course. Hopping out with someone. Gotta get the script back on point. But in the same sense, ladies and gents, I'm gonna be out there with you. Why? Because that's just what it takes in order to truly be the best at what you do. You understand, ladies and gents? And it's all about challenging yourself. Stop sitting here being comfortable, being above average. That was me. That was my life story. I would compare myself to my friends. If I got better grades than my friends, then I'm above average. I'm good. Don't worry about it. So in the same sense, I didn't want to be the top producer, but in the same sense, I knew if I could write about 3,000 a week, I'm better than the average person doing about 1,500. I'm good. Enough of that, guys. We're doing that right now. We're in that mindset right now. You have to eliminate that mindset. You have to put yourself in a position as to where you're going to maximize this opportunity for what it is, because I've seen what this opportunity can do for others. So I'm just waiting for my blessings to catch up to me. So ladies and gents, let's make sure we're focused. Let's do what we have to do. Let's more importantly, make sure we're gonna have the biggest week of the year with Battle of the Titans. Make sure your managers are out there leading from the front. If your manager blanks, man, listen, go to Theo and tell him your manager blank. That blanking is unacceptable this week. I don't care. You know what I mean? Go to Theo, but let's do what we have to do, ladies and gents. I appreciate you all taking the time out to listen.